besides the wooden stove that they operated with, and the oil lamps, they were oil lamps and not candles. They did have some, but mostly oil lamps. But they also got in this large, well ventilated farmhouse. They had one source of heat in the kitchen, which was an isinglass stove that they would stoke up, and they lived mainly in the winter. They lived in the kitchen, and then they would run upstairs and climb under everything they had and sleep, and come down and early and stoke that stove. But that was, their total illumination and warmth came from those. And of course, in the summer, they worked in the opposite benefit, because they heated the place up to so much. So, I didn't have a good idea how long that remained as a life on the farm, but clearly that created a whole set of challenges in and of itself.
And that's such a good point that you're talking about, that again is lost for most of us as 21st century people, is electricity, indoor plumbing, central heat and central air are just something we all take for granted. But if you were a Midwesterner on a farm pre-1950, in many cases, that idea of those conveniences just was foreign to you. So if you needed to use facilities, you walked from your home because you didn't have indoor plumbing to a building maybe 50 yards or so away that was a pit outhouse, what we would think of a privy. So that was your restroom facilities. And when you wanted to wash your hands, you probably didn't have running water. And so you'd go to a pump either outdoors that had a cistern that would catch rainwater, and so had nice soft water that you could use for bathing and washing. And you might only bathe once a week. And in the morning, you might scrub your face and wash your hands, maybe wipe down your arms, but that was perhaps the extent of your bathing in that pre-1950 era on a rural farm. And then again, as you alluded to, electricity, you're supplying your power for stoves by splitting wood or maybe burning coal in some parts of the state. Not so much in central and northern Iowa, but coal was being supplied to help heat homes at times in small towns.